Trump announces a $1,000 payout for illegal immigrants to leave. What it really means for contractors. What's up, Dr. West, Daily News? You're not going to believe this. President Donald Trump just announced announced a plan to pay undocumented immigrants $1,000 plus travel expenses to leave the United States voluntarily. Yeah, you heard that right. And this is already blowing up across the media, right? But while the public argues over whether this is too soft or too extreme, I want to show you guys something that's more important for me and you if you're a government contractor, right? Everyone else is missing this. The massive wave of government contracts that could come next, right? If you're in logistics, construction, IT, security, or transportation, you need to hear this, okay? Listen, according to recent reports, the Trump administration is rolling out what they're calling the Voluntary Departure Incentive Program. Now, here's the deal, all right, or offer. They're going to offer undocumented immigrants $1,000 in cash in free transportation back to their home countries if they leave. Now, this is voluntary. This is part of the broader American First enforcement package. Now, it's aimed at tightening border security, ramping up deportations nationwide. Now, critics are calling it a PR stunt, right? Supporters are calling it fiascally smart, right? But here's the real question. You should be asking, who's going to make money executing this plan, right? Whenever the government rolls out a national level initiative like this, they don't just do it alone, right? They need contractors like me and you, and lots of them, right? We're talking millions, possibly billions in contracts to move people, to build facilities, to provide security, and to manage logistics across the country. Now, let's break it down. Okay, where's the biggest opportunities? Where could they show up at? So one, transportation and logistics. Chartering buses. Those are big contracts in chartering. Vans and flights, contracts in there. Coordinating nationwide transportation schedule, providing travel support services, construction if it's facility management, building or expanding detention centers, temporary housing and processing facilities, maintenance and facility support, technology and equipment, ID verification systems, tracking case management software, communications infrastructure. The list goes on and on, y'all. Security and surveillance, physical security services, video monitoring, risk management. There's a lot of things that this falls under. Now, already, again, I'm not here to get political. I'm not, if you support it or you don't support it, I'm just telling you there's a lot of opportunities. So even translation service. And here's what most people miss, right? These contracts are just going to the $1 billion defense contractors. The government legally has to allocate portions of these contracts to small businesses, 8A firms, right? Veteran-owned businesses, right? Women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, total small businesses. So if you're registered on SAM.gov and positioned correctly, you can win a slice of the pie, right? These kinds of contract surges are time sensitive, right? Agencies move fast when political pressure heats up. You got a kind of a narrow window, to get positioned. If you want to bid specifically on, now listen, if you're like, Wesley, I'm not touching immigration, deportation, I ain't touching it at all, then hey, scroll to my next video. I got other opportunities coming. But if you're actively searching, if you're not actively searching, if you're not networking, you can miss this. All right. So if you're serious about seizing this moment, here's what I recommend. I recommend you get registered on SAM.gov. Right. Go get your cage code. Go get your UEI. You really can't win or get paid by SAM.gov without a cage code. Number two, I want you to start monitoring immigration related solicitations. Search for keywords like transportation services, logistics, detention facilities, management, security services. Number three, network with other prime contractors. Big primes will be looking for certified small businesses partners to meet subcontracting goals. And number four, pos- position your business and make sure you're set up correctly to do government contracting. Right? Stay ready, move fast. Those bids are often have quick deadlines, and be ready to submit. I mean, they may put out a proposal or a solicitation on a Monday, and it may be due on a Wednesday or even due on a Friday. So you got to be ready to go as soon as this stuff pops up. So listen, if you're interested in getting into government contracting, you're serious, maybe again, this topic is not for you. This is kind of controversial. But if you're like, Wesley, I do want to get into government contracting. I do want to get paid from the federal government. I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to click the link around this video or go to my website, wesleyfisher.com, WESLEYFISER.com. I have a free training video. I'll show you how to get started as the middleman concept and how you can get a piece of this government money, y'all. You know, I've helped my students win over $100 million in government contracts. I've personally been awarded over $5 million in government contracts. So if you're interested in this industry, lock arms with me, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Dr. West. This is Daily News. Hey, again, do me a favor. Put Daily News in the chat if you made it to the end, and I got more videos coming your way. I'm out of here. Peace.